Hey guys, it's Margaret with Sassy Southern Shopper Mom. Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing a collab with Project Happy Home. This is a collab that's been going on for a few months now. I'm just now getting in on it. But it's like top mistakes that you make as a homeschooler and like a homeschool mom. So if you see me looking down, I've just got a little notebook here with some notes in it to help me remember what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to go over the top 5 mistakes I've made in the last year as a homeschool mom, because I just started last year. This is our second year homeschooling. Last year I homeschooled our 7-year-old, which is now 8. So I'm homeschooling an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old this year. But let me just go over some of the mistakes that I learned in my first year of homeschooling. One of my number 1 mistakes was over planning, like over planning everything, like planning too far out in advance, planning too many things to do or to have done at a certain time, or planning projects that just never got around to doing. I found that just keeping it simple and basic is very important for the kids not to get overwhelmed, for me not to be overwhelmed, and for just everything to flow really, really well. Number 2, the mistake I made is I tried to make our homeschool like regular school. And that was a big mistake because this is homeschool. It's not public school. It's not private school. It's homeschool. We can do school in the morning. We can do school in the evening. We can do school right before bedtime. I was trying to make it too much of a structured school time that it started to not be fun, which then goes on to my number 3 mistake, not having enough playtime, fun time to have fun while you're learning. Even if it's just playing with Play-Doh or playing a board game, they learn so much just from interacting with each other and playing with each other, like just communication, how to interact with each other, just that. And then, not going places and having fun different places. We missed out on a lot of field trips that we could have kind of done and count as homeschool day just because I was so into that structure. This is school. It needs to be like public school. So we lost out on a lot of playtime and having fun. They're kids. They need to have fun and they need to play. All right, number 4 is I started out doing every subject every day with my son. That got really, really hard on him after like the second week. It was too much. There was too much to do in such a small amount of time. I really don't know how teachers do it in public school. It's not a good learning experience for a child to have to learn or be taught, 5 or 6 subjects every day, the way that they do it. Plus there's a bunch of kids in the class. So here at home, we only do 3 or 4 subjects a day. When I say 4, usually that 4th one is like an activity. So we'll do 3 subjects every day. We always do spelling. After that first month of homeschool, I changed up our whole routine. So every day we do spelling because I find that spelling to me is important. Me growing up, I had a lot of issues with reading, being on the wrong reading level, not being where I needed to be, being able to spell things correctly. So to me, spelling is very important. So every day we do spelling and we do learn new words each week. Then the other 2 subjects that we go over will be divided up between reading, writing, math, and science. And then if there's a 4th thing on that day, it's like an activity. Like my son does judo. So he does a physical activity that we leave out of the home. We actually go to a homeschool judo class with other homeschoolers once a week. And then he also goes to one of their regular classes during the week as well. So that's 2 activities there. We also go to the library. Something that I'm really, really honing in on this year too is going to the library once a week. So just, those activities, that makes it the 4th. So just not going through every subject every day. It can just be very overwhelming. So I found it to be helpful to know that it's okay not to do every subject every day. As long as you're covering it, you're fine. Your kids are learning. So just don't do every subject every day because it can be very overwhelming. And then number 5 is like a big one. My number 5 mistake is like the biggest mistake I have made with homeschooling is questioning myself, questioning whether I am doing what's right for my kids, because I do have days where I don't think that I'm doing what's right by homeschooling them, that maybe they would be better in public school. But then I have those days, and then I have days where my husband chimes in with me and says, listen, we've seen the ranks of our schools in our area. We've had our son in public school from K4 to first grade. We know what they expect, and our expectations are higher. And we want our kids to have a higher education and be in higher rankings. So with that said, is don't question yourself so much. Just know that you are doing what is right for your child. And even if you don't see it right now, it is what's right. Even if, you homeschool for a while and you send your kid back to school, and that's maybe what's right for you. But for us right now, what's right is to quit questioning ourselves, believe in us, because when we question ourselves, our kids see that. And then our kids start to question, should I be going to public school? Should I not be being homeschooled? And we don't want our kids to question, that they're homeschooled. We want them to be proud and be happy and enjoy that they're homeschooled. So again, let me just hit my top 5 things, mistakes as a homeschooler. Number 1 was over planning, like planning too far in advance and planning too much. Number 2 was having it too much structured like an actual real school. Don't overstructure it. This isn't real school. This is homeschool. Not incorporating enough playtime or time to have fun. That was my number 3 mistake. My number 4 mistake was doing too many subjects each day and just causing a very overwhelmed household. Number 5 was questioning myself. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed my top 5 mistakes as a homeschool mom. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. If you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do so. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you come back to visit again. Bye guys!